Okay, here's a look at the lights in the computer room. We do have an X10 system in here as well, and this is the remote that controls it. Number one turns off the ceiling lights here and the accent light over here, and then number two controls the Edison lights. I'd like to have these on a dimmer because it's a little bit overkill. You know, like it draws a lot of power and it gets pretty hot, but they draw way too much current to put on a lamp module, so I don't have dimming capabilities on these. But if I have that on, and then I have these on, I always thought that looks really cool with one of the Amber Blade Galaxy fans over there. I think this is a 100 watt incandescent bulb. And then up here, these are one is a floodlight and one's a spotlight. I don't know which one is which at the moment. I think those are 45 watts, I want to say. And then this thing has some dopey CFL in it. And then over here we have one of the biggest CFLs I've ever seen. This is a 60 watt CFL. Actually, I think it's 68 watts. So it must be equivalent of like 300 something, I think. 300 watt light bulb or whatever. It takes a while to get going. But there's that. So with those lights on, it's pretty bright in here, which is great for working on the computer. And then lastly, I have these lights under my desk. Oh, actually that's not last. I've got this lamp over here, which I used to shine on that picture, and this table here. This is a daylight CFL, and I think it is, let's see. Oh, that's cool. Oh, it may be worth, it's taking more time than it's worth. It's worth, I can't even read what that says. There's not enough contrast. Well, I don't know what that says, but it's a CFL, it's a daylight, and I think it's 75 or 100 watts. But let me turn all these other lights off, and we'll take a look at the lights under the desk. And the reason that's daylight is because these are very warm. So I kind of have a mix of warm lights, daylight, and then when you say bright white lights of those, the halogens. And it kind of mixes together to form a good color. So let me turn that all off, and then you can see my desk here is actually fairly well lit with these lights. And they're not quite enough to actually use the computer at night. I mean, it would be okay for a short period of time, but it's kind of just because it looks cool. It doesn't really, it's not quite so functional. The other thing is these are all battery operated, so it kind of, you know, is a pain in the neck sometimes, but they're cool, so I use them anyways. So yeah, that's it. That's the lighting in the computer room.